Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
And this is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball podcast in existence. There are so many that are not in existence that are just glimmers in podcasters' eyes. We did the deed. We've been doing it. Our goal is to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball. We get together on these here microphones to talk about what we watched, do some improv comedy based on what we watched. There's Dragon Ball. There's going to be laughs. That's all you need to know.
Kamehamehas and ha-has, y'all. That's what you're in for.
And we hope you'll do the Kamehameha wave us into a little bit of Kame housekeeping, because we need to get ourselves and the listeners, that's you all, ready for the fun ahead. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous and also present tense world famous UN sanction and UN sanctioning one future perfect 1 minute roundup chalkboard sound squiggle.
Hey, Barry.
What? I'm trying to take the test. What do you want?
I'm trying to take the test too. Okay.
I know. Okay.
Question 3A. What? 3A. It's the only one I don't know. I swear it's the only one I don't know.
So, Alan, if I give you the answer to 3A, I'm already on 11C, just for reference.
Yeah,
that's all
you're the
news
fastest
to me.
in class.
My name is Alan and you're Barry, and I'm the fastest test taker in class. So if I give you this answer,
just give me the answer.
But you won't ask me for any more.
I swear all that is holy while the teacher continues to write on the chalkboard.
I know. She's doing a lot of work up there, and it's very tiny.
Yeah. Just what's the answer? Come on.
The answer for 3A. And you won't ask me for anything else.
I swear.
Okay. Swear to me.
I think I know why you exploded. I couldn't cut the wire quick enough.
And seed. For those of you out there listening to this while you're taking a test, sorry we couldn't give you the answer for 3A.
Yeah, those are the metrics we don't get through our podcast hosting service. So we need that metric.
But what we can tell you is that was the beginning of the 1 minute roundup. We do an improvised scene to loosen or tighten those very specific improv muscles. I think they're mainly in the trap, in the delt. I think that's where they live.
Big improv muscles, traps, and delts.
Yeah. Very, very long. But we, so we're ready. We do that because we got to get ready for even more improv that will surely happen during the show. And it also lets us get into the 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything we've covered in Dragon Ball thus far. Coming up on, I think we missed our anniversary as of this recording. I think yesterday was the anniversary of this here podcast.
Oh my!
7 whole years of doing this podcast. Vince, I can't keep going. I'm very sad now. We've been doing this.
No.
Okay.
Don't be sad.
It's a
be
happy
sad.
thing.
This is a happy thing, Aaron. We're not trapped inside people's podcast machines or YouTube doing this, toiling away in the content mines. We're not. This is good.
Oh, it also means we're gonna get the 7-year itch here shortly.
Oh my gosh. You know what I'm looking at? You know what I'm looking at right off screen? That almost 900 episodes of Naruto just staring
No,
at me.
oh no.
Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. I got the itch.
I need a
Believe it.
longer commitment. This one's not long enough.
Oh, what's that? Over to my other side? Is that a One Piece I see? Hey, I know what I could do with a man made out of rubber.
Sail around the world and try and be
Absolutely.
king of the pirates.
Exactly. I want to be on that crew, baby.
Look, we can't start 2 other podcasts now because you have to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball. Nigh on the 7 years worth of content we've covered. You have to do it in under a minute, and you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it for listeners that are maybe new to the podcast or new to Dragon Ball, so they know what we're covering, what's going on, so people don't have to go back and listen to all of our old episodes. Preamble out of the way, I can ask this very important question. Vince, are you ready to round up?
Aaron, I can confidently say, yes, I am, and here I go. When Dragon Ball starts, you follow Goku. He's a little monkey boy. He becomes a little monkey man throughout his adventures. Fights in 3 Tenkaichi tournaments, loses 2, wins 1. Along the way, Moon gets blown up at least once. Then he wins the final Tenkaichi tournament against Piccolo Jr., one of his greatest enemies, King Piccolo Sr. 5 years pass. Goku has a kid named Gohan, and his brother from space shows up. It's like, hey, you're like me. Why don't you join the space thing? Goku says no, dies in the process of fighting his brother. 2 more Saiyans come while he's in other world. He trains, learns some techniques, comes back, saves all of his friends. Well, tries to save all of his friends, but most of them die. Then he has to go to Namek, where the Dragon Balls come from. So you get the Dragon Balls, wish everybody back to life. Along the way, he meets the baddest man in the universe, Frieza, and he reaches another level of power in the Super Saiyan. He comes back after another 5 years. Trunks from the future shows up. It's like, hey, here comes Goku. There are androids, and now some bug thing named Cell is trying to suck everyone off. Whew.
Well done. I'm surprised that's not on Frieza's business card. Baddest man in the universe.
Mm-hmm. I love that Frieza does maintain that. I don't throughout all the. Have I said this before? This feels very deja vu-y. But Frieza's a bad man. It's a bad thing.
He is. He's always up to no good.
Trying to make trouble in my galactic neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
He got in one little fight, and his dad got scared. Said, "Now you're an android flying through the air."
He whistled for Earth, and when it came near, Trunks from the future came with cheers. If anything, he knew that this fight was rare, but forget it. Yo, cut me in half in the air. We did it.
Yeah. That's an easy parody. All right, we'll give that to you, internet.
Someone chop that up, put it to music. We already had someone fulfill one of our ludicrous requests that you'll find out at the end of the show.
Oh yeah, stay tuned. Oh man, it's good.
I think it's time. We just got to shoot shots. See what bidding can get done.
Yeah, Aaron, we got to start going drunk mad with power.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I can't wait. I cannot wait to reveal what's been created on our behalf at the end of this episode.
Because before that, we have to get mad about the next segment of Kame Housekeeping, which is where we let you know that Vince and we watch 2 different versions of the episode. What? I watch the original Japanese language with English subtitles. Vince watches the English dubbed version with no subtitles.
No, because I can't read.
And we do this, one, because Vince can't read, but mainly because it's fun to compare and contrast the different versions. Sometimes there are big differences. Sometimes there are little differences. And the first difference, at least for Dragon Ball Z, has been the title. So Vince, will you please give us the title for this episode?
Sure. I'll give it to you with a little gusto. How's that sound?
I
Because
love a
here
gusto.
it comes.
Busto, my gusto.
Say what?
Nothing.
Episode 144 of Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo's Folly.
Piccolo's Folly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Piccolo's Folly.
That is his old vaudeville show, The Piccolo Follies.
Before there were talkies, there's Piccolo's Folly.
Mm-hmm. He did a little. Go ahead.
It's him, the guy with the mustache, Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
the
I thought you were
original
going to say.
Scamp.
I thought you were going to say Vegeta.
No, it's too far. It's too far in the future.
Okay. Yeah, Piccolo did a little soft shoe. He put some sand on a board and danced, and people loved it.
Man, it was easier to entertain folks back then.
Who's on first? I don't care. You're weak.
They ate it up. Yeah!
Piccolo's Folly's been sold out for months.
Hear ye, hear ye. A new form of entertainment. Green Man yells at the crowd. Only 29 cents.
Can I get a volunteer to beat up? Preferably a child.
Choose me, Green Man. I may have the voice of an adult, but I sure am a child.
Are you working?
Every day, 5 days a week.
You're not 6 days. You're a child. Come up here.
Oh!
Now cry.
Oh, where? Oh, where? I cry like a baby.
How wonderfully horrible would it be if you, Vince, here's what I don't wish on you and your whatever future children you have. That you just, what if a baby comes out and they just cry like that, where they're going, wah, wah, this just in, I was born. How horrifying.
Man, oh man, I've had so many friends have kids recently, and now all I'm imagining is their tiny, months old children going, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, see?
Feed me, you schmucks. Come on. What are you waiting for? That Lennon guy to come across the sea?
I did a 23 skidoo in these diapers. You better Charleston in here.
I've heard of flappers, but Mom, come on. So yes, I would love my child to be able to speak like that and cry in that way.
Just that transatlantic accent.
Mm-hmm.
You could prank your child if you wanted to prank your child.
Yeah.
As some sort of social experiment. You could write a paper on it. Where you and Lex only speak in transatlantic accents around them. Any guest that comes over has to speak in a transatlantic accent and see what happens.
Okay. I'll do it to get into the DSM-6, which is the psychology book of all ailments, because that would definitely become an ailment. But the sickening part is, Aaron, I could see this blowing up on TikTok. I could see the transatlantic accent blowing up huge on TikTok. Like there's cottagecore where kids dress and pretend to be like a cottage person and wear bonnets and stuff. So why not Why not newsies show up? These kids in heavy burlap coats, newsie caps, running around TikTok, doing street interviews. Hey, you there?
How much do you pay for rent in a town like this?
Mind if I take a peek?
How about a looky-loo at your living quarters?
What's the hottest thing you've done in bed?
Marital or otherwise, mister. Look, they're lifting. They're doing a cool thing where they're lifting child labor laws. It might get back to that point.
Yeah, we might get there. We might, if they got to work, at least give them a fun accent. All working children must have a transatlantic accent.
You must be this full of pep to work here. And we must continue with the podcast because we're still in Kame housekeeping. What are we?
Oh yeah,
we're goofing off here.
We're
Look,
lingering.
we are. But here's my title for episode 144, the gross episode for you mathematicians out there. It's not a Yahtzee, sorry. Here we go. Piccolo's grievous mistake. Cell turned loose on the city.
Ooh.
Did he make a mistake?
I guess I would. Yeah, I have to take a little bit of umbrage with the title, claiming that Piccolo made a mistake. We'll get it. We'll get into it, but maybe you'll have an opinion at the end of the episode, listener, as we form ours, as we get into the episode. Shall we?
We shall. We see that Tien is done training for one day and comes back. I'm assuming it's because he sensed all the different keys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back where we left off. Piccolo, new arm, is facing off against Cell, who has his tail's real gross. Vince.
Yeah. It's like they got the direction from Toriyama. It's like, hey, remember when we were drawing those Frieza tails and how like clean and weird they were, but like I want this to be unsettling. I want it to jiggle when nobody's asking it to jiggle.
What if it had a post nasal drip?
Yeah. What if it quivered?
What if the juice it shot out was acid-like and created a giant hole in the ground?
He's like, hey guys, I just watched Alien. Can it do this? Animators on the giant tablets. It's like, what? Before they put pen to paper.
You want a what in the what? These are children and working as animators.
Sorry, Toriyama, sir. Toriyama-sama, what?
You want to juice up his tail?
Hi, so desu ne, sir. So desu ne. Hike. Now I just want to speak the limited Japanese I know in a transatlantic accent.
Pretty good.
Watashi wa Vince desu.
I've seen videos of the TikTok variety where people speak Japanese in their southern accent. So why not?
Yeah, those are pretty good. Look, I'm forcing it. I'm forcing my hand. I'm putting my hand up saying I am the cause of the transatlantic accent challenge on TikTok.
We're just blame him or thank him.
Yeah.
So they're kind of standing off. Piccolo's like, even if he sucked an arm's worth of my power, whatever, I'm still stronger than you.
Yeah.
Cell.
I love a confident Piccolo, by the way.
I'll give you. How about one more finger's worth of power? Here you go, asshole.
Oh,
sit and suck.
Man, Dr. Gero told me all about you, but didn't tell me how rude you were.
Oh, that's Kame's. That's from sucking up Kame and his time on Xbox Live.
Kame, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he technically doesn't exist anymore. I'm sure
because what'd you do to him? You just suck him up with your tail?
No, gross. I put my hand on his chest and sucked him up that way.
Ew, gross.
There was a big ball of light. It was clean. There was like pine scent afterwards. Like roasted broccoli. Mm.
That's appealing to you?
A roast. I guess canonically, it's neither here nor there. A freshwater scent there.
Now I understand. I
All
still
right.
don't like it. Or you.
Well, I don't care for how you suck people up. Deflate them? Where does that... Shouldn't you be a giant thing, balloon person, sucking up all that human juice?
I still have lactic acid, so I don't balloon or swell when ingesting humans.
Must be nice.
It is. I can have all the cheese and all the people I want. Nachos are always on the menu for this creature.
Well, those are nacho powers, so I'm still gonna beat your ass.
But that's the energy Piccolo is giving in this scene.
Mhm.
Like he would have, he would drop those powers are nachos to sell in this moment because he's feeling himself with that Kame reveal. I wrote in my notes that though I stand Piccolo, he does immediately pull the same overshare that Cell did moments ago when he reveals that he is also Kame, because that leads Cell to put two and two together. It's like,
if I absorb them both, there will be no Dragon Balls to revive the others.
Mhm.
so I was like, Piccolo.
No, tactical, silent.
Mm-hmm.
Cell even says, how convenient for me.
It's a great line. It's a great line. He puts those things together and just goes,
How convenient for me.
he's so
we need.
gross.
Jeez. Trunks and Krillin. I think they're about to fight again, but Trunks and Krillin show up. Just to be there.
Yep.
Krillin calls him a freak, and it's the funniest thing in the world. He's a freak. No nose. What?
That's awful. He's got no nose, lanky as hell. Green skin?
Mm-hmm. Dots on his body. Who has that?
Trunks is just like giving him the most side eye.
Krillin, I know you don't know this yet, but I'm giving you bombastic side eye.
What?
In my
Is that like some future thing?
Yeah, even though the population is very low, we still have TikTok and animal
what?
videos.
Animal
TikTok.
what?
Okay, let me back up. TikTok is the name of a computer application. Now I'm copying Kami. Hold on. Yeah, now I'm youthful again. All right, Krillin. TikTok, let me break it down for you. TikTok is just a name. It's a proper noun
Okay.
for a computer application on computers we have in our pockets.
What?
Here, like this one.
Oh!
Oh no, your primitive brain can't handle that. A small
Freak!
computer?
Freak!
What if I said it's like a dragon radar?
Oh, okay. I understand that.
All right,
You got me back.
You stopped running in circles. You were hitting your head with a cartoon mallet. You were so enraged. Krillin, step out of it. Speak. Come on.
Ignore my lumps and continue.
Okay. It's an application that lets you watch videos from other users. And most of those, when they're, look, I think you'd like it because a lot of them are, okay, I'm putting my two fingers together nervously. They're women, Krillin. They're scantily clad women.
Blush.
But the other half are animals. Scantily clad animals.
Blush.
Wait a minute. That should have evened you out.
Blush.
The word even or the word out?
Blood nose rocket.
He's blasting off again.
Here I come, Aaron.
Ugh.
Ugh. I've been idly watching. This is gross.
I've been actively watching, and I also hate it. Crap. Ugh.
And seed.
And scene. Freak, heal thyself, is what I'll say, Krillin.
That's it. We were just holding a mirror up to Krillin.
Bombastic side eye is very funny.
That is very funny.
That's I think in internet terms, that's like from 20 years ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks.
Like most of our internet culture, I'm sure it was cribbed from an episode of Drag Race. It's where all slang comes from. All hail Rue.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to pretend. Again, I'm not up on my Drag Race knowledge or cultural literacy on that.
It's a cool drag tournament arc. That's all it is.
Oh, okay. Then it's the best story ever because it's a
exactly.
tournament.
Every season is the best story ever because it's a tournament arc.
I mean, we're gonna get to that soon. But first, Cell has to. Everyone's there just to catch up, and so they can all be on the same page. They're all like, "Yeah, Cell can do a bunch of moves," and he's like, "I could even do a spirit bomb if I wanted to." What do you think
that
of that?
threw me for a loop.
I guess if you're a baddie, not in the good way, but in the bad way, you can suck up energy. But like, what's it going to do to these good boys? Nothing.
That's right. If they're of pure heart, then it won't hurt them. We learned that from the Saiyan arc when Gohan was able to bounce it back at Vegeta. But yeah, that is very terrifying. The idea that like Cell can use a spirit bomb. I don't think he ever does, but it wouldn't affect Goku. I think it probably would affect Piccolo because he's got some evil in him.
His evil was mostly, I think Kami said his evil's mostly gone.
Okay.
So
A negligible amount.
Maybe just another arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much? I mean, there's evil in all people's hearts.
That's right.
Mostly in that lower chamber. Evil sinks. Evil's pretty dense.
Yeah. Evil hangs on your body.
Heart attacks are caused by evil, not diets or genetics.
I'm going to be responsible for this TikTok trend also.
If you want to live forever, don't be evil.
Look, Jesus tried it. Didn't work out so well. Look at where
He
we are
would've.
now.
After all this like flexing, Cell is essentially like, you know what? Y'all aren't gonna stop me. I got 2 androids. I gotta suck up. Peace, and then puts those hands up. Solar flares.
I think this may have been my favorite animation of a solar flare. Because not only do we see it's really intense because we get to see all of their eyes are so wide open and it blots out their pupils. It encompasses the entire area of the city. It's like, oh man. So when Tien did that in the tournament, he basically burned out a bunch of normal people's corneas.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There, the T. I'm assuming it's because Cell is so powerful that solar flare was so powerful. But I'm like, guys, you know what this is. You know
It's
what the
true.
deal is. You just close it. You know what that means. Just close your eyes.
The minute you hear solar flare, your eyes should be
Mhm.
closed immediately. But even so, I think it would have still given Cell enough time to escape, even if they did close their eyes for a second.
Mhm.
I hear what you're saying, but I think solar flare is of the can't miss techniques of Dragon Ball. Spirit bombs never miss, right?
No, I thought they miss all the time. Or you can just move out of the way.
I guess I'm thinking of how the game works. Think about how Dragon Ball Fighters work. My bad, everybody. Look, these are uncancelable techniques in Dragon Ball Fighters. This is my 20-minute video. Strap in.
I would say that. Yeah, I think you're right. Solar flare is just, it's never gonna miss. Maybe even if you close your eyes.
Right.
What's that little bit of skin gonna do?
Exactly. I've stared at the sun with my eyes closed. Still feel that light, baby.
Mm-hmm. And there's got to be, light is energy. It means heat. It's got to be hot.
Oh, yeah. I have one thing to add to this scene. In my version, Cell calls them vagabonds and then does the solar flare. The characterization of Cell in the English version is like pretty it's never just one thing. And I guess that adds to the fact that he's an amalgamation of villains and good guys and all this stuff. But I haven't paid attention to it so closely before until now. Because he speaks like Frieza. He's got that regalness to him. He's got a hell of a vocabulary that he uses to describe the other creatures of the planet and the Z fighters. Man, Cell, as gross as he is as a villain, might be perfect in the world of Dragon Ball.
Not quite.
But you know what I mean. A perfect villain archetype for our Z boys.
Vagabond. What a put down. No, Piccolo would become a homeowner soon in
That's
Super.
Right.
Maybe that's what he's like, a vagabond. I got to get my life together. He's right.
Piccolo reads into all those op-ed pieces in the New York Times about millennials not owning property.
I do have to stop eating avocado minus toast.
Gotta stop drinking all this Voss water.
I should just drink from a stream and instead of getting it from Starbucks every day.
Oh, can I stop to tell you about how expensive water is when I went to Bermuda?
Okay. As in like a bottled water.
A standard issue bottle of water.
An Aquafina.
Not
Nora
a brand
from
name
Queens.
that you've ever heard of. This is
okay. Dear Nirvana is a shitty brand that I know. Okay.
Beyond that, you've never heard of this brand. I'm asking you, what is the price of a bottle of water in today's economy in Bermuda?
In USD?
USD. It's a straight up 1-to-1 conversion down there. So give me the US dollar for a Bermuda bottle of water. I'll quietly.
Was this at the resort or was this out in the wild?
Out in the wild.
Ooh, really?
Pretty mama, 2 kilo Montego. How much is a bottle of H2O?
I bet they're getting away with $6.
$6, he says. What's on the board? Ding! $7.
Ooh, close.
$7 for a bottle of water.
How big? You said standard, so the
Standard.
20 fluid ounces.
20 fluid ounces. $7 dues.
How about for tap? Or should you
Tap?
not drink tap there? I don't know the Bahama rules.
The tap was fine. Like I don't think there were any issues with the tap. There's no Montezuma's Revenge, or in Bermuda it would have been Wahoo's Revenge. That's a famous fish down there. The Wahoo fish.
The
When
Mario
you
fish.
go, Wahoo! Then Chris Pratt comes out and sues the shit out of him.
Like, give me those fish. Me and my father-in-law Arnold are gonna ruin these fish's lives.
Oh God, I forgot. He's in the Arnold family.
He's a Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
Would he take that last name?
Chris Schwarzenegger. I'd probably.
Would he go by Christopher at that point?
Yeah. Oh, Christopher Schwarzenegger. That works. But
Christopher Schwarzenegger, you get in here
and
and you do 100 push-ups.
Sir, yes, Dad.
Dad. That's right. I don't have the accent at home.
What?
What am I, some kind of android that loves nature? Who would talk like that?
Oh.
Cell. So, speaking of androids, because Cell is one, he escapes. He runs off. He's not flying. He's suppressing his key, so the boys can't find him. And he's just giggling like an idiot and running around. He's like, "No one's gonna catch me." Haha.
He is. You think we're jesting, but many frames of Cell running and just going, "Ha ha! They'll never catch me now. I'm the fastest thing alive. I'm the blue blur."
Cell, he can really move. Cell, he's got an attitude.
I'll use my rings to teleport. This is my way of saying I finally watched the Sonic movie.
Me and James Marsden are going to have a cool road trip where we learn about friendship.
We're going to watch as Dr. Eggman eats every scene.
He's just really going to chew up that scenery.
His dance moves. Boy, oh boy. That's why he's the greatest.
And that's why we have to go to a commercial.
Do you miss getting kicked in the face at Warped Tour?
Did you shatter your glasses in a mosh pit in 2007?
Did you wear more studded belts than a Final Fantasy character?
Then we have the show for you.
We are So Emo I Fell Apart, a podcast about third wave emo, late night live journal updates, burnt hair, and everything in between.
Join us every second Saturday as we examine major moments in the history of emo and keep you updated on current events.
Because it was never a phase.
Cut to a coconut crab. Not blinded by light, but blinded by Chi-Chi yelling. She runs downstairs. She's trying to get everyone's attention at the Kame House. I don't know if you got this line in yours, but in mine, Gohan says, very politely, but still, he says, "Calm down, mother." And that's a spanking.
Oh, yeah. That kind of back talk to Chi-Chi, that's going to get you at least a pap or two on the whole rear end.
Yeah.
That's
a spoon on the wrist.
Whack. I don't know if Gohan says, I guess he must say something along those lines of, "Hey, Mom, calm down.
Chillax, Mom.
Mom, everything's copacetic, bruh." If Gohan said that, Chi-Chi would be like, "What? Taught you these slang terms."
Copacetic? The sleep bed's working.
His vocabulary's improved tenfold.
But Chi-Chi, she gathers everyone up. They go upstairs. They're all gathered around Goku to see, and as Goku sleeping, just the slightest smile spreads across his face. And everyone's like, "Cool, he's smiling. in his sleep. He's coming out of it. Roshi realizes, it's like, wait, that's not a pervert smile like mine. That's a fighting smile. He's getting excited about fighting a big, strong guy. Hell yeah.
Because Yamcha then continues to be like, oh yeah, Goku's back. He's probably dreaming about fighting those androids. He's definitely gonna win. It's gonna be awesome. He's gonna beat the androids and whatever that new power is. Goku's back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure he's dreaming about that right now. Right, everyone? Wait, Chi-Chi, what's wrong? Why are you glowing with evil, menacing energy?
Yeah, and while he's dreaming, he's probably dreaming about, banging chicks. and dating Bulma like me.
Yeah, just do you not see Chi-Chi? Cool out with the descriptions, man.
Goku's probably having a fight orgy right now in his dreams.
Oh, wait a minute. I know you should stop because Chi-Chi's currently levitating and flames are in her eyes. But who's in that fight orgy?
Oh, it's the Snake Princess who I never met.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard tale.
I'm
about
there.
That tale. What?
Marin's there.
Mm-hmm. Better.
Bulma's there.
Of course, loser.
That android with the tall pipe hat is there.
Tall pipe hat?
The one that stabbed me through the chest.
Oh, okay. There's some meaning. I get it. Some symbolism. Some undertones. Mm-hmm. Ooh, loved her.
Missionary or mercenary tall.
Mm-hmm,
and mercenary Tao. Colonel Violet.
Did Goku tell you about every adventure he went on at some point? I don't know half these names.
Let's just say yes.
Chi-Chi, I know that your energy is making appliances and books spin around the room like The Exorcist. But please, let us finish this conversation.
Master Roshi, there's one more thing.
All right,
None of them are wearing condoms.
You're saying Goku's having a rock dog fight orgy in his dreams?
Master, you fainted.
I blacked out. How long was I out?
Long enough for the orgy to be over. And all of them in post-coital bliss. That explains Goku's smile.
Smoking cigarettes. With one giant, please tell me there's a giant bed where they just have one giant blanket and they're all over it and they cover up their naughtiest bits with the blanket, but they're all smoking.
And it's on a revolving plate.
Pass out.
And
scene. So, Chi-Chi, I will give it to Chi-Chi here. She's being a good partner. She's like, you fools cannot make Goku fight again. Right after his sickness, he essentially had a heart attack, and you're trying to get him back out there. And they're all listening. They're like, "We're sorry." And then her final words are like, "So that means all of you have to keep quiet." This is that's a punchline, which causes. This is the favorite thing in this episode. It causes you think they're gonna do the anime boom fall down, but they don't. They each individually catch themselves on a different part of furniture so they don't fall down and wake up Goku from his fight orgy. And the bomb sound is very muted.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what a gag. It's gonna happen. Every time Chi-Chi speaks, someone's doing that.
Yeah.
And then the wildest thing to me is we get an exterior shot of the Kame House and it has a giant sweat bead on it.
I loved
It's alive.
Oh, Aaron, I can't believe it's taken us this long to learn that the Kame House, it lives, it sweats.
It has
breathes.
emotions.
It has emotions. Oh, And now I can only think of how horrible it is that the Kame House has experienced what I have to believe is a unhealthy amount of self-pleasure that Roshi's done while watching all of those workout videos on his own.
I'm trying
Like when Turtle's like for the years when it was just him and Turtle, and Turtle was like, out swimming, getting some fin. Roshi's just
yeah. Turtle, look, not to get away from a house being alive, but Turtle's inviting him out.
Mm-hmm.
Master Roshi, I know these cute jellyfish are in town, only here for one night. Come on, you got to come out.
So last, I don't want to be rude, Turtle.
You say it sounds like you're gonna be,
but I have to train.
Master, you haven't entered a tournament in years.
Come on, Turtle, just let it go, man. I have to train. I'm trying to
and I'm trying to help you with your addiction. You trained this morning. Me in the house heard you, right, House? I know it's secret. Me and you both know Kame House is alive. We promised not to tell anyone else.
You have to keep it a secret, Turtle.
We do. Look, the house is concerned for you, right, House? Oh, yeah. Okay. No, this is a good solve. It shouldn't speak. It should just kind of creak. I'm not being sarcastic.
Oh, House, I'm sorry.
Look,
okay, I'm sorry. This is the only place I can train in my room.
The house
alone.
is crying which means water's coming down the gutters.
Oh no! Oh, House. I assumed you were asleep.
The house, it's a house. It never sleeps. Like money.
Does it also talk?
We established it doesn't.
Oh, I was just also trying to make reference to a Chris Rock movie.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Chris Rock, Charlie Sheen.
Sorry, I didn't follow the fun on that one.
It's all right, Turtle. I'm going to follow the fun all the way back to my room.
Oh, can you what if we built a non-sentient hut for you to do that thing in? So the house doesn't have to. He told me through a series of charades that he feels it. The thump, the motion,
the repetitive motion of my training,
the very specific vibration.
I guess that's a testament to how powerful I am.
Oh, boy. The house is crying so much.
I didn't hear the house complaining when I cleaned out its gutters. Wink.
That's not don't make it sexual now. I think it's sexual enough.
I'm just saying, I'm a sexual creature. I mean, I'm a fighting creature.
Look, do you want to fuck some jellyfish or not with me?
No, they're gonna sting.
That's half the fun, Roshi.
And see. Oh my God. Turtle being a pseudo-masochist mixes pleasure with pain down on the ocean floor.
You see how he lives, of course.
Yeah, of course. Turtle's a real freak. But we have to come back to the house being alive. And Aaron, I can't believe it's taken this long for the show to drop that on us. Like, was this always in the Bible of Dragon Ball Z? Like Toriyama just has it like in citations, like "House is alive."
That's a lie, by the way. There had to be some kind of episode where it's Kame House alive.
Mm-hmm.
Mutant Roshi's shame.
Mutant Roshi's shame and launches. I wanted to get launch back in there.
Mm-hmm.
And launches
Game.
surprise. There we go. Roshi's
Yeah,
shame
there
and
we
launches
go.
surprise.
Which is also the name of a dish she made.
Oh, look at that.
I imagine the house is probably more plant-like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe how it survives is it's got that, unless it's part of a larger organism underneath, and that's just like much like an iceberg. That's just the part we see.
Oh my God.
That's how it breathes.
Oh, this is terrifying. But all of these facts, Aaron, make me want to hit the button. That
We
famous
at least hit
button.
one of them.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hit the button that Kame House being alive and having emotions and communicates by creaking is canon, not Nick Cannon.
It's
true.
true.
Wow, now
it
it's
hates
canceled.
existence.
It wants to die.
Master, you're supposed to kill the house first, then move in.
Sever
This
its
is
connection
torture.
with the waking world, Master.
You're just now. What are you like? What is this, Avatar? Is this house your soul, brother? I think that's the term.
Soul Brother, also the title of a 1981 blaxploitation film. Oh man.
So, I forgot this episode gets even more ridiculous. Because Cell's on the road.
Yes.
He's like, I gotta suck up some humans real quick, and just a little boost, a little. I need some of that juice. He's about to go into Nicky Town, which is the next town over.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's on the road, a bus with Battle Ball emblazoned on the side of it stops in its tracks. And there is just a bus full of a sports team for whatever the heck Battle Ball is. Vince, I need to know about Battle Ball.
I know
Dragon
Battle Ball
Ball Z.
seems fun as hell. They've got spiked football pads on. It seems like their quarterback wears a different color than the rest of the team. I'm so curious how the game is played.
They're the biggest
Who are they
men
going
in the
to play?
world.
What?
They're the biggest men in the world.
They really are. They're huge. They're taller than Cell.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are just wearing a ski mask. Some of them have a penis head. Don't at me. Look it up yourself.
You gotta watch it.
Open an incognito window for this. Type in penis head Dragon Ball. It'll probably pop up.
Something will come up, and
Mhm.
you'll like it.
But this is maybe the other ski mask guys just like, we also have penises for heads, but we have some decorum. Greg, come on.
What if you get bonus points for having an exposed penis head in Battle Ball?
When we mean penis head, we mean that it's a bald man with like a pretty severe indentation in the middle.
Yeah. Like if a center part was of your skin.
Yeah, you got to start going so deep with the comb. But yeah, it's Battle Ball seems wackadoo. I think this is the point where they like battle. I think the quarterback or whatever they're called says battle formation, and it's like they're ready for a scrimmage.
Yeah,
It's fourth and down.
I wanted to also because there's like some incidental dialogue leading up to the fight between the Battle Ballers and Cell. And one of them, and I'll try to approximate the voice, says, "Maybe it's a mascot who lost his team." Another guy goes, "Yeah, the grasshoppers."
That's very funny.
But yeah,
I love that so much. Maybe it's a man. I thought they're gonna be nice and like adopt him. Like, oh, come on, little guy. You don't have anyone to cheer for?
We could be a team. The battle Ball Boys. I don't know. It's such a wild.
We're looking for a new name.
Specific to drop in an interesting episode. And they do form up. And I have limited experience in playing rugby. I played briefly in my youth. So I know what the formation of a scrum. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the exact formation these dudes are in, where it's like 2 layers of guys, arm in arm.
They got to get this ball down the field.
And I didn't know how to deal with this because Cell then attacks, but stop. Like he hits them and stops. I was like, wait a minute, are these dudes strong enough to hold Cell for a second?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was immediately made to be the fool because he sticks a tail in,
Yep.
gets to sucking.
He gets this. My man gets the sucking.
Mm-hmm.
Cut 2. Oh, also during this whole thing, we see Vegeta is flying by. Vegeta has finally landed with the other boys. He's pissed that he's like, I can't believe Piccolo has all this ki. How did this happen? He's like, how did your battle power get so high? Piccolo's like, Tien's on his way, so I'm just going to turn my back and not speak until he gets here. Then I'll tell everyone everything. I don't want to tell the story twice.
Yeah.
Trunks finally spills the bean about what happened to Piccolo, how he's so strong. And it's a lot of freaking out. It's classic Vegeta of really everyone's just surpassing me left and right. Some robots, Green Man,
whatever this creature is.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I don't know anything about yet.
A small aside to himself, where he admits, he's like, Piccolo's stronger than me in my Super Saiyan form.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I forgot that's how strong Piccolo is.
Him and Kame, he could have been strong this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He just wasn't ready.
But that made me, I guess, question, what if Kame had held out a little? I guess the timing doesn't really change the power level, does it? Because I'm thinking, maybe if Kame said, all right, Piccolo, you're going to have to wait until more of this develops. I have a feeling Piccolo would have trained in the time chamber while Kame waited. He'd get so impatient that he'd be even stronger when they decided to fuse. But this is, I'm just waxing poetic about how I think it could have done. It could have gone.
Kame has to start training again.
That's true. Kame would also have to get stronger. So ignore me.
He needs, we need the senior strength training classes.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a pool doing kicks.
Those floating water weights.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to play Xbox. I hate this.
Just 15 more minutes. You're
15.
Almost done.
That's like 2 rounds of Slayer. That's forever.
Just when you're done, we'll stop at Rita's to get you a water ice on the way home, and then you can spend the entire afternoon playing Slayer.
Unflavored for me, please.
It's a texture thing for you.
A frozen water. There's not a lot you can do to water to kind of spice it up. Certainly can't use spices. But
Heavens,
a frozen.
No.
And you of course will get a misto, where they mix custard and the frozen ice and the Italian ice together.
They call me Mr. Misto down there. They say, here you go, Popo, a.k.a. Mr. Misto.
And if you don't call him that, that's a big no-no.
I say, no tip for you.
They They make a wage. You don't have to tip them. This is me,
Popo
Kami,
likes
saying
to
this.
be nice.
Again, this is Kami, me saying this, not anyone else.
Kami, you're also saying this while being part of your class. Now you have 7 minutes left.
What? That's only one game of Slayer. All right. If I do my leg lives faster, will it end faster?
Popo will. It's not up to Popo. It's up to the instructor.
Well, I floated away from the whole class, and it's just been you and me for like 10 minutes.
Oh,
On the
Kami,
other
now
side of the
Popo is
pool.
embarrassed. Everyone stop to watch our conversation.
That's fine.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
You mean let's just go?
I'm not in the mood.
Oh no. What if I bought your Ritas for you? On Kami. They have
No
hot
cap.
dogs too.
No cap.
On God. I.e. on me.
Dead ass like Frieza is right now.
He's very dead. He's up in a tree. Here's what King Yemen told me. He's wrapped up in a cocoon in a tree. And he has to like watch squirrels. I think that's what's going on.
How cute.
I know, I'd love it, honestly. Sounds relaxing.
I don't know how they do things in the Home for Infinite Losers, but with that news, Popo agrees to be treated by Kami to a Rita's Misto and a hot dog.
And I'll watch you eat it while I eat some ice.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
And see. Yeah, Piccolo strong. Vegeta's weak. Piccolo disseminates all the information. The last we see of Cell, of course, finishing those battle boys. And this we just kind of jump around from like little scene to little scene from here. The androids are still road tripping. 16 smiles at a field of flowers.
Yep.
18 is like, can we please stop in a city? I still hate these clothes. I need new clothes, please.
Yeah, she says in mine, she's like, I look like a cowgirl.
You
like,
went to the
wait,
cowboy store.
You went into a cowboy store. Like,
You're
you
not
can't
gonna
go
have your
take it
punk
back.
They're not going to have your punk fashions there. Just modify it a little.
Maybe just rip off the shoulder pads. Distress the fringe. I think
Call
we
it
get one
vintage.
final monologue from Vegeta as he's taking in or as I thought, he's not listening to any of this information because this is all that is going through his head.
This cannot be happening. Every time I reach a new level of strength, a greater power appears to challenge my authority. It's like fate is laughing at me with a big, stupid grin, just like Kakarot.
Ooh, that's pretty good. He's almost broken the fourth wall.
He's almost there. Just one
Toriyama smiling.
Yep.
Looking at the camera. Ain't I a stinker?
I think the final cut, this is the grossest cut. This is the grossest Cell's ever been thus far because he's right outside of Nikki Town. He goes, like, he starts licking his lips. And he calls the people like sumptuous or something.
Ugh.
He's like, these sumptuous people will give me just the energy I need.
Licking his lips the entire time.
You're not you think there are taste buds in that tail?
That's what I wanted to get to. Can you taste with a needle tail?
This human had a good tail feel. I can taste the umami.
I hope the populace of Nikki Town is well seasoned.
Marbled.
I love Gingertown, but it was a bit much. All that ginger.
How many? Yeah, Nikki. There's no food coming.
Niku, Meat Town.
Mm-hmm. But it's where the Nicktoons live. Rocket power. Hey, Arnold.
Foster's home for imaginary friends.
The Rugrats.
Wild thornberries. Real monsters. Hey, Arnold.
Ren and Stimpy got kicked out a while ago.
Maybe an episode or two of Angry Beavers. Don't forget about Cat Dog.
I think Aang and the rest of the Avatar: The Last Airbender are outside of town. I don't know if it's a technicality. No down, boo over on that.
They move in later. And I think Rocco's Modern Life was just before Gingertown was established.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then
wait.
Go ahead.
One more before we get to nighttime, Nicky Town.
Yeah.
Invader Zim.
Yes, of course. Invader Zim. Ooh. Gross. I'll be avoiding that. Kind of gross.
Definitely going to have a bad tail mouthfeel.
But when the sun sets, then it's Snicky Town. Where there's all that. Followed by Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Reruns of that 70s show.
Probably. At least the secret world of Alex Mack.
Don't forget, they definitely threw in some Bernie Mac. The Bernie Mac Show.
The Bernie Mac Show, yeah.
And Married with Kids.
I love a side of Bernie Mac.
That some of my bitch tastes good.
See. Isn't it fun that modern comedy can just be you listing things from your past?
It's disgusting. It's so why aren't we touring on that? We should just tour. Aaron, we could do this.
We could just name every Nicktoon, and it would just be like, woo!
We could. We absolutely could. If the Doughboys can parlay their love of food, and Mitch can just say 6 references to the town that he's in, and people lose their mind, then we could go on tour. Just remember Toonami?
Well, I think it's you have to reference an old thing. Primarily, here's me breaking down the science of comedy. You have to reference an old thing. Preferably something from your audience's, your core audience's childhood. Then you have to postulate some sort of question involving that might address an inconsistency in the show or maybe a leap of a gap in logic. I'm just describing our podcast right now. That's what we're doing. We've been doing it.
Oh, I couldn't recognize our own power level because it's so big.
For 7 years, we've been doing these kind of shenanigans. For 7 years, we've been ending episodes with a thank you very much to you, the listener. Thank you for listening, whether you're a new listener, an old listener. We really appreciate it. And we really appreciate one of our old listeners, Master Researcher Nick, who has done the Lord's work. We alluded to this earlier. We made a request for a AMV. We technically wanted an original animation, but we'll take this AMV instead. I guess. But Master Researcher Nick has fulfilled a request for a Mr. Popo AMV. So we're going to play it here right now. YouTube, don't take it off.
YouTube,
don't
chill.
mute it.
YouTube, be chill.
Because this is a visual medium. Here we go.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black, and I'm black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. Blickety black, 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 I'm black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I understand Nick's choice of scene, because that dude Popo is holding down 2 pint-sized Super Saiyans, Goten and Trunks.
Mhm.
Like, if that doesn't indicate how strong Popo is, nothing will. And it's even cooler to that interstitial of "I'm black, y'all."
Mhm.
And also kudos to Nick for absolving themselves of any wrongdoing or responsibility by making the lower quarter the Kame House
Yeah.
Party logo.
Just putting it, here you go. This isn't mine.
So
Yeah.
Nick is responsible for more requests coming in. Nick and Milo, you can blame them.
Yeah, look, anyone can make our dumb demands come true. Or perhaps you have some KHP research that you'd like to drop on us, something we missed. Maybe you have a 1-minute roundup. You heard Vince's and you're like, I can do better than that. Well, put your money where your mic is and send in your own 1-minute roundup to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. You can find us over on Twitter. You can find us over on Instagram. You can find us over on Twitch every Wednesday for KHP Live. We're playing a variety of games and having a variety of fun. This week, I think it's Exo Primal. We're gonna shoot some dinosaurs.
Yeah. The title of the video the title of the stream is going to be XOXO Primal Kings. I'm desperately trying to get Carl Tart's attention.
There we go. Please, Carl. Please, Chief. There's that. You can find us over on Patreon. If you think we deserve a few dollary dues, head on over to Patreon, Kame House Party. For $3 or more, you can get a one-time shout out on the podcast. And then we are a part of the Moonshot Network, a family of podcasts that if you like ours, you're going to like them. The Podcast Minds, After School Anime Club, the rest. There's so many.
There are too many to name here. We'd be here all afternoon.
We would be, and we can't do that. I'm very tired. I gotta get. We were talking about Rita's Ice. There's one right down the road from me.
Oh, you gotta go.
Aaron, miss thyself.
And I'll pick up the CTAs, because the last one is just, hey, if you like the show, it's always a great idea to like, share, and subscribe. Let somebody else know about the show. Hit that like button if you're watching on YouTube. Those things help. Even an innocuous comment or two, just down in the comment section. It's just like, I like this show. That helps the show. And yeah, I mean, don't think we have anything else to really talk about other than our classic send-off, unless there's something I'm missing.
That is it. Let's get out of here.
So, whether you are on the bus on your way to Battle Ball, or you're tasting hold on, wait. Whether you're on the way to a game of Battle Ball, or you're in the pool trying to paddle, y'all, you gotta
keep
It's alive! The house is alive!
Roshi, look behind you. It's trying to get your attention.
Roshi, please!
Please, hug your house.
Maybe
Clean
put in a
its
few
wa-
more windows so the house can see.
Clean its walls.